And I don't think the Democratic Party is going to be able to go forward until they make a decision. Whose side are you on here? Are you on the side of Western civilization and Western values, or are you on the side of the terrorists? Are you with those kids? Because, Mandami, he's the perfect candidate for them. There's been something rotten on campuses for quite a long time. When you cannot speak the other side of the coin, when conservative thought, whatever you think of it, is just verboten, which is basically what happened on the, and some of the ideas. I mean, why do you think they erupted, so many of them, in cheers for what happened on October 6th?
He blasted the Democratic Party on his talk show, warning the DNC will collapse if it keeps pandering to radical leftists. In the overtime segment, he said the left faces an identity crisis and is running out of time to choose sides, remarks sparked by a heated exchange with leftist guests.
That woke is officially dead, Capitals. You got to cloud some of this shit. You just officially dead at Brown. After that, their settlement with the administration. What do you make of the president's war on the academy? I don't know what the academy. I think he means. I think the person means academia.
Academia. Well,
this person should go to an academy. War on the academy. Yes, on academia. I'm not totally against it.
Yeah.
Academia needed a hot poker up the ass.
The segment opened with a shocker. Bill Maher, a liberal favorite, backing Trump's war on wokeness in universities. He praised Trump's stance against critical race theory, left-leaning academia, and lax immigration policies, leaving the liberal guest across from him stunned. Maher wasn't just breaking ranks, he was torching the party line. What followed wasn't a segment. It was a political detonation.
The younger people in your party, though, how are you going to get them to understand about how many times people like Jamie and I say to them, the world is a complicated place, and it's not just about oppressor and oppressed. They have a thought in their head that white people did some very bad things, and white people did some very bad things. And they're all but so did everybody else in the world. But they don't know that. They just see the world through this one prism. And until they do, I don't think you're going to get them off this issue. And I don't think the Democratic Party is going to be able to go forward until they make a decision. Whose side are you on here? Are you on the side of Western civilization and Western values, or are you on the side of the terrorists? Are you with those kids? Because, Mandami, he's the perfect candidate for them. That's what they think is cool.
Maher delivered a knockout punch, calling out the DNC for engineering an identity crisis among young Americans. In chasing fringe approval, he said, Democrats abandoned patriotism and common sense, creating a generation torn between supporting their country or siding with its enemies. Fed anti-American rhetoric by institutions the left empowered, many are choosing the latter. Maher warned that if Democrats keep pushing moral relativism and identity politics, they're not just losing voters, they're courting political extinction.
Our universities have been out of control for a long time. They became indoctrination factories. They forgot. There's absolutely no diversity of thought.
Well, and they're continuing to racially discriminate against the law, as the Supreme Court ruled 2 years ago.
I mean, there's a lot of inefficiencies. The overhead in higher education, why it's so much more expensive than when I went. The overhead is very high. But I also want to be really clear that Donald Trump is not interested in making them more efficient or getting rid of overhead or dealing with affordability. This is his woke culture war. This is his culture war against things that he doesn't believe in and want to see. And it's actually extending to our service academies.
Well,
West
you don't
Point,
have to
Air
be
Force
Donald
Academy.
Trump to think that there's been something rotten on campuses for quite a long time.
Democrats can't handle even a hint of praise for Trump. When Bill Maher and Jamie Kirchick backed his crackdown on academia's ideological chaos, Representative Jason Crow's smile barely hid his panic. His anti-Trump talking points fell flat because the campus crisis didn't start with Trump. It thrived under Biden's woke policies. Trump isn't attacking universities. He's cleaning house, scrubbing out wokeness, and restoring merit. Love him or hate him, that's exactly what he's doing.
Not speak the other side of the coin when conservative thought, whatever you think of it, is just verboten, which is basically what happened on the, and some of the ideas. I mean, why do you think they erupted, so many of them, in cheers for what happened on October 7th? Why do you have professors coming out there and saying they were exhilarated by this mass massacre of people? Okay, that didn't happen overnight.
Yeah.
something, they're ivory towers. And also, they're just very anti-American.
The room went silent as Maher unapologetically praised Trump for sanitizing universities. When professors at UC Berkeley, Cornell, and Columbia openly praise Hamas for the October 7th massacre, it's no longer education, it's radical indoctrination. Maher called it exactly that: anti-Israel, anti-American, and anti-reason. The truth made the room squirm, but if the shoe fits, maybe academia needs a new dress code.
Were you surprised by Kamala Harris's announcement that she will not run for governor in California? What does her political future look like? Yes, I was surprised. This was announced yesterday. She's also said she's not going to run in 2028 for president. Trump said that makes one of us.
I think you should be very happy about that, because I don't think that she would be a good candidate moving forward.
But she probably would have won the governorship of California.
But not president, I don't think, no.
No. What do you think?
I think I don't spend a lot of time looking at California politics as a litmus test for the rest of the country.
Good dodge. There you go. There's my boy. There you go. There you go. That's how you do.
Even Democrats now admit Kamala Harris isn't a viable 2028 candidate, a quiet confession she was the wrong pick in 2024 too. With approval ratings in the basement, Harris recently said she won't run for governor or president. No shock there. Awkward on the mic, vague on policy, and full of platitudes, she was a manufactured next Obama that America never bought. Best move? Sit this one out, Kamala.
Got your eye on for the guy.
I like Rahm Emanuel, but I think all the things that he's been saying over the past couple of months to appeal to center-right voters, I think is really going to hurt him in a Democratic primary. All these anti-woke things that he's been saying. He was on Megyn Kelly's show a couple weeks ago, and he said, he was asked, do you believe there's only two genders?
Right.
And he said, yes, and now I have to go into the witness protection program.
Right.
Which is an indication of, woke is not dead, Mr. President. It's still here.
No, I think I'm going to do an editorial just giving them the answers, the Democrats, because it's not that hard. No. It's not that hard.
Rahm Emanuel has the experience and backbone to lead the DNC, but he likely won't survive the primaries. The woke left would rather cannibalize their own than back someone who won't echo every fringe talking point. As Maher has long said, they treat dissent as heresy and double down even when America is shouting, "This isn't working." To them, losing an election is less dangerous than admitting they're wrong, and the results are predictably disastrous.
Two gender, are there two sexes?
It's a little more complicated than that.
Oh.
But there is a default setting for humans. There's a default setting, and we don't always happen. But we shouldn't have it like every time a baby is born, it's a jump ball. This could be anything.
Yeah, right.
A penis is a pretty good indicator. So just throw the penis out the window with the baby. Okay, thank you, everybody.
Maher ended with a blunt takedown of the left's gender politics. He acknowledged gender dysphoria is real and deserves compassion, but insisted biology has a default, male or female. Turning science into a choose-your-own adventure harms young people by feeding ideology over facts. Dysphoria, he argued, should be treated clinically, not politicized or glamorized. Denying basic biology isn't progressive, it's delusional, and it pushes the left further from everyday voters.
You would have the power and influence to be able to, usher in socialism?
He definitely has the power and influence to elect J.D. Vance or whoever is the Republican candidate next time. It is a walking commercial for the Republican Party nationally.
I think the Republicans are going to...
When you let the Democrats, socialists, and now they're actually calling themselves socialists, when you let them take over a major American city, this is what you get.
Maher says making Zohran Mamdani the face of the Democrats is a gift to J.D. Vance. America rejected hyperwoke politics in 2024, just as he predicted, but the DNC ignored the warning. Mamdani's Twitter-friendly radicalism will crash in Middle America, yet Democrats prefer ideological purity over winning. From praising Trump's cleanup of academia to slamming gender politics, Maher voices what many Americans think but won't say. If the left stays this course, he warns, they won't just lose the next election, they'll lose the country, with no one to blame but themselves.